and give me shelter, shelter. Simple life, it's all we want to live. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love, and give me shelter, shelter. Yeah.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the We Too Are Liberians movement platform. You're a distinct and dynamic platform that speaks to and for the masses. We are not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers. Rather, we're in the business of changing and revolutionizing the thought process of our people, not only in Liberia, but even around the world. Today, we're excited to have with us another guest. This is a pretty power-packed episode. So welcome to another inspiring edition of the We Too Are Liberians movement platform. I'm your host, as usual, Ayiti Williams, and tonight we are celebrating resilience, purpose, and the power of beauty rooted in heritage. Joining us tonight is a phenomenal Liberian woman, entrepreneur, mother, wife, master, social worker, and the visionary behind Apex Strands. Mistress, you would like me to call you Nyankah Gobah. Apex Strands isn't just a brand, it's a movement of nourishment, empowerment, and pride where hair, body, and identity come together. So welcome to the show, Nyankah. Would you mind me calling you Nyankah?
Sure.
Or call you Miss Gobah? Mistress
Yes.
Gobah?
You can call me Nyankah.
What would you prefer?
Nyankah.
Nyankah, okay. All right, Nyankah, what we're going to do, welcome to the show. This is a
Thank
good opportunity for you to tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe just introduce yourself. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ayiti. Thanks for having me. Thanks for being persistent. I know this is long time coming, but I'm glad that you stuck with me and have me on, so I am appreciative. So thanks for having me.
Great to have you. So what we're going to do here, Nyankah, we try to share the show. The show is being aired on Facebook as well as YouTube. So what I want to do now is to go to YouTube because we want a lot of folks to be a part of this show tonight. And so as you can see here, I am now, yeah, there you go. So I got it. I'm going to try to share. Hopefully, I think on YouTube we have just one person viewing now. Let me see if I can share the show right here real quick. Oh my God. Please bear with me. Yeah, I can't even see the share, but I don't know what's happening now. But there you go. I find it. So I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it with your messenger friends, everyone. So I'll look for you and share with you. Let me know if you have it. I just sent it to you. So see, now you can use that link and then share with everybody else. Let's go ahead because we want a lot of people to actually view this show. This show is I think is a great and perfect opportunity for our young people to see our own sister who has her own brand and she's doing extremely well. So if you have it, let me know. Let's go ahead and start the show. We don't have enough time.
Okay.
You do have it, right? Just look at your messenger. You should have it.
Okay.
I'll also go ahead and share in now on Facebook. See, people have WhatsApp chat room and things like that. So we'll try to see if we can do that as well. Can even share with individual contacts that you have. Yep.
Okay. I have it.
You have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So to our viewers, again, we want to say welcome. This is a show actually focused on entrepreneurship. But tonight we have a title for our show, which is Rooted in Beauty, the Apex Strands story, empowering Liberian women, one strain at a time. So, Nyankah, we're going to go right into it. We have 4 segments. We want to start with our first segment, which is the roots of a vision, discovering why, the why behind this brand. So, what I want you to do is real quick, what inspired you to create Apex Strand? There's a follow up question to that. Was there a personal aha moment that really caused you to start this?
Yeah, so Apex Strands actually started as an inspiration with my niece. She started experimenting with natural oils and butters in Liberia, and we saw how it grew her hair, how it made her hair very healthy. So after many conversations, I told her we have to expand this beyond us. Let's make it bigger than just us. We can share what we do with other people or with the world at this point. So we came up with the name Apex Strands. Apex means top or the highest point of anything, and strands refers to your hair, like the strands of your hair. So our goal is to provide products that will provide you with or give you top strands of top hair. So that's how it all came about. Rooted in Liberia, started in Liberia, and we've grown, and now we're here in the U.S.
Yes, perfect. Eloquently said. Again, we want to welcome you. For those of you who have just tuned in, this is the We Too Our Liberians Movement platform. We're here with one of our own entrepreneur in person of Nyankah Gobah. She wants me to call her that name. My next question to you: your brand is rooted in the phrase "empowering beauty, one strain," and I guess you just kind of touched on it a little bit at a time. What does that really mean to you, and how does it reflect in your mission?
So it reflects our goal of providing nothing but natural quality products. Um, we search for products that has no chemicals or harsh chemicals in them, no parabens. If you know what parabens are, they are like chemicals, a group of chemicals that are used like in the bigger stores or like most cosmetics and hair care products. What it does, it lengthens the shelf life of any product. So when you see all these shampoos and stuff in Walmart or wherever, they all some of them have parabens in it, and the reason they're there for a longer time because they have these chemicals in them that prolongs the shelf life of them. So our goal is, as it says, to empower beauty, is to provide natural products that has less chemicals or no harsh chemicals in them, so that it nourishes your hair, it nourishes your body, it makes you feel beautiful. Because parabens also have some effects on your health. If you research deeper into it, you can see that it messes with your hormones and have some health defects. So our goal is to eliminate all of that, tap into all of our natural products that we can tap into, and use them to provide quality products for our customers.
Perfect. So I know when I send you the flyer, and just like you alluded to, I've been really persistent because I follow series of your, I call them shorts here and there, and I really enjoyed the presentation. Really was done. You know, what I mean, you were succinct, straight to the point, and your delivery was perfect. But my real question to you here is, and you were asking me, how do you, what I mean, balance what you do with all the other stuff? I mean, and I was telling you, I said that it has to do with passion. So my question to you now, being a mom, wife, and a master social worker, how has your personal journey influenced the values behind your business?
Okay. So, as a mother and a wife, we're always nurturing, we're always caring. That's first nature for us. And as a social worker, I'm always advocating for my patients, advocating for people. So, it comes naturally to me. So, I use these values with my business as well. I am looking and advocating for the best for my customers. I want nothing but the best. And if it's not the best, and if my customers should complain that, or even give me a feedback and say, maybe you should do this, I listen to them. That's one of the most important things that I think I have learned in this business is to listen, because if my customers aren't happy, my business will not be successful. So I'm nurturing, I'm caring, I'm listening, I'm advocating all at once in the background, doing all of those things as it comes. So being the only person running this business and doing everything, I'm wearing many hats. So as a mother, we wear many hats. As a wife, we wear several hats. And as a social worker, you wear all of the hats. So I bring all of these skills to my business and try to do the best that I can.
Awesome. That's terrific. So now we'll transition to next segment, which is segment two. That's beauty with purpose.
Mhm.
And I know you kind of, because it seems like we'll circle back to some of the things that you talked about earlier on, and we'll bring it back to some of the questions, because in the conversation sometimes, people have the tendency to maybe go beyond what the question is about. But now, building a brand that nourishes and uplifts Apex Strands is grounded in using natural organic ingredients
Mhm.
from Liberia and West Africa. I want you to, if I'm wrong,
Mhm.
why was that a non-negotiable for you?
Because Apex Strands has its roots in Liberia, I'm from Liberia. I know we have all natural raw ingredients there. We don't have the resources to, well, we may have some of the resources, but they're all natural and raw, good ingredients. So my goal is to continue to bring products that I'm able to get. I get all of my bonnets there. I get all of my shea butter there. I get some of my oils there. They're all homemade in Liberia. And it's also important too because our vendors look up to us. It's income for them. So like when I run out of stuff and my niece is running to Waterside Market to buy lapa or what else she's going to buy, the organic olive oil that is made in Liberia. It's important that those things are made in Liberia and exported to me, and it keeps money in the pockets of my vendors. And I'm happy that I'm getting raw, natural ingredients from home.
Awesome, awesome. I like how you articulate your points, your responses. But just to just to pivot a little bit, we want to thank viewers for those of you who are following us. I want to acknowledge Deca. I know my boy Didi, Johnny Cummings, Quissy Williams is on here. We got Rosetta Handy. I believe that's your sister. RS Mensri Dopo is here. Oh my gosh. Jaja, who always follow, you know what I mean? We want to thank you for following us. This is what we do. We have our own sister, one of our own kind. She's here in the studio to talk about her own business, Apex Strands. So that will take us to our next question. And that is many aspiring entrepreneurs fear sourcing or producing locally. Your product are handmade and cruelty free. Can you share more about the craftsmanship involved and why that level of care matters?
So our, all of our ingredients are locally grown. Like we get locally grown rosemary, clove, our olive oils, our organic olive oils that are made in Liberia, and they're all homemade. So we make all of our oils, our butters at home using local products. I have partnered with a certified organic company here to make all of my other products. So I select ingredients that are natural again, no chemicals. They make my product, ship it over to me, and then I do the bottling and everything. So our goal is to go to our local markets, get all of those local ingredients that are there, and bring it home and create our products at home. We use our coal pots, we use our fire coal, we use our blenders, and we get to work, mix our oils and everything that needs to be done, have it bottled, shipped, or I bottle them here and have them sold.
Great. Again, thank you very much. Eloquently expressed, Miss Nyankah Gobah. You bring your A game here. So my next question, people say, "Oh, you have all these questions to ask." Yes, our next question here, which would be the last question for segment two. How do you define beauty in the Liberia context, and how is Apex Strands helping Liberian women embrace their natural selves?
Okay. Are you talking about 2020 before or after?
I'm just talking about, knowledge of self is very important. I know that's one thing that's affecting our people, and not only young or alike. So
Mhm.
now, for the purpose of this interview, we just want to kind of that particular question is focused on women. So,
All
how do
right.
you define beauty in that in Liberia context,
So
and how I
for
just
me,
want
it's simple. I'm a simple person. I do the bare minimum. So for me, beauty is being who you are. I feel to be beautiful, you have to be yourself because beauty isn't only about the outward appearance, it's also about inward. If you should do whatever you have to do, I feel it has to be, it should not take away from who you are. You should walk into a room and somebody should be able to recognize you and be like, oh, that's Nyankah, you know what I mean? And not alter yourself in a point to the point where people got to question, oh, I didn't even recognize who you are. So I think beauty is being you, being true to yourself, and doing one of the few things to enhance your beauty and make you feel like you're yourself. And if you're going to the Liberia way, since we're on natural hair products, I'm glad that natural became a thing. Wear your hair out. There's nothing wrong with it. Buy Apex Strands, use our oils, use our butters, make it shinier, softer, and rock your hair. Rock your beautiful hair. Whether it's short, whether it's long, kinky, bulky, whatever. I feel like you should represent yourself to be beautiful and not alter it where you're not recognizable.
So that's awesome. Unfortunately, I do not have one or two of your products here to say I could showcase. I don't have
We'll have
anything
it soon.
here, but hopefully we'll kind of drive the traffic to the website eventually.
Sure.
But this next segment, I think, is critical to this interview, and it has to do with entrepreneur spirit or the entrepreneur spirit. Because I know a time past, we a lot of us come from the background where people are more about you just going to college and then you find a job. But in recent years, we realized that people now pivoted to you starting your own business, doing, and I think that's what it should be. So a couple of things I want us to talk about: the challenges, growth, and real talk for
Mhm.
aspiring founders, because the essence of this platform is to educate, to cultivate, and to empower. And I think your mission, to a large extent, aligns with our mission. So,
Mhm.
what were some of the toughest moments, right, in starting Apex Strands, and what kept you going?
I would say some of the toughest moments was just navigating the system here because it's a lot. It's a lot, and I wanted to do it the legal way. I just didn't want to do it where, oh, I have a business. You come to my house, pick up your stuff, or I ship it, and that's it. I wanted it to be legit. I wanted to go the right route. I wanted everything to be the proper way. So getting started, it takes a lot of money to get started. I'm broke, by the way, but I'm glad that I'm doing what I'm doing because it brings me much joy and passion. So all of the legalities with starting the business, like where do you register, what kind of forms do you file, like it could be opening a bank account, even the website. It's like you have to go through a whole lot of things to open your website. You have to have your domain. What do you want to call it? Who do you want to use? You have to do things that are cost effective too, because there are a lot of companies out there. There are a lot of people that will come at you and act like they have your best interest, but it's all about making the money. So you have to be smart about it and know what works for you, what you're able to afford, what works within your means and is profitable for your business. And I just want to shout out my cousin Mac McLeod. She's been very helpful from the beginning of this process. A lot of things I didn't know. She has her travel agency, so I tap into her. She gives me a lot of pointers. So with her help, I have been able to establish a lot of things on my own, and it's her advice has been very helpful. And whoever is willing to give me advice, I listen, I take it. If it's good advice, I go with it. If it's bad advice, I listen still and act like I'll go with it. But just getting whatever help I can get and making sure everything is legal is the right way has been some of my challenges.
Awesome. So we approximately 30 minutes into the show not quite 30 minutes because I'm pretty sure we did not
Don't
start
worry about time. We're
at
good.
8 p.m. So, but I think it's pretty interesting. We should get into this. We have a few more questions. If not 5 more, we have a little bit more than that, maybe 6. Now, what I want to ask you here is just before I ask the question, you are not just building a brand. I mean, from the look of things, you're creating jobs, especially for women in Liberia. Can you speak on the impact your business has made on the ground?
Yeah, we're pretty much a new company, but as you said, with us purchasing locally in Liberia, that's a source of income for a lot of our vendors. We have our seamstress in Liberia. She looks forward to making new bonnets. That's income for her. When we go to the market to purchase our shea butter, they're looking forward to that. That's income for that group. So it's just providing a source of income for my people. And this year, I have partnered with a local organization that provides after school studies or like study class, like what we see in Liberia, study class for a group of kids, underprivileged kids who their parents cannot afford to do these things for them. So what they do is they have teachers that will provide classes for them. I think it's every Sunday. So this year I started that initiative. I've donated some of my proceeds to them, and I plan on doing it. Maybe if I'm able to every 3 months, that's my goal. And we're just starting. We're new, and I look forward to providing much more assistance if I'm able to Liberia. My goal is Liberia, 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 and however way I can help.
Wow.
So far, that's what we've done.
I'm exceedingly proud of you. Want to extend to you commendation for what you're doing, and urge you to continue the great work. Because the truth is, the true measure of a man is not what you have in your bank account, the car you drive, and all that stuff, but how we help the people around us grow to be the best selves. And I think that's exactly what you're doing with this. So now, for Liberians listening around the world, many want to give back or build something meaningful. What advice do you have for someone wanting to start a business in or for Liberia?
I'll say just start. The main thing is to start. Once you start, things fall into place. And you have to be consistent. If you are not consistent, you're not passionate about what you're starting, then things fall off. And that's how we hear businesses didn't work out. And because it takes a lot of work. So I would say just start. When I started, I knew nothing. Now I can tell you I know a little bit about accounting. I know a little bit about editing website. I know a little bit about chemicals that go into products. I know a little bit about everything. It's only because I've put myself into it. I want to learn. I want to know. And my goal was to just get started. I got started, and there's no looking back now because I'm deep into it. Everybody knows Apex Strands. So I don't want tomorrow to be like, where's my oil or my shampoo? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Business closed for today now. So my advice is to just start. Have good people in your corner, people that know what they're doing and have your best interest, because that's important. Not everybody that come to give you advice have your best interest. So making sure that you have genuine people in your corner and are there to support you. But just start. That's it. Just start.
Awesome. Good advice. And so if you have tuning, you're watching the We to a Liberians Movement platform, the platform that speaks to and for the masses. We're here with the founder and CEO of Apex Strands. Am I calling it right? Sometimes
Apex Strands.
Apex Strands.
You got to say it with attitude. Apex Strands.
Awesome. So then that'll take us to the next question. What were some myths or misconceptions about entrepreneurship that you had to unlearn on this journey?
There's a lot that you have money. Actually, you don't have money. But my biggest one is that success happens overnight. That is my biggest one. Because now, with the way the world is, and with us having everything thrown at us, like information, the internet, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everybody wants instant success, instant gratification without doing the work. I've learned within a year that you actually have to do the work to be successful. One thing I can tell you, any successful person or business, they do not sleep. You have sleepless nights. So sometimes I'm up trying to figure out how can I do this better? What do I do to change this? If a customer complains, I'm not sleeping that night because the next day I have to figure out how do I make it better? Because my customer service is my number one priority. When I get an order, whether I'm in the deepest dream, I am jumping up to fill that order so it's in the mail by the next day. So you have to be consistent because success doesn't happen overnight. You have to put in the work. Success does not happen overnight. It takes time because success does not happen overnight. So I am learning that. I'm learning to tell myself, you need to chill. Things will fall into place. Just do what you're doing. So that's like my biggest, because sometimes you see people on Instagram, they're like, oh, they're so successful. Yeah, it takes time. It takes work. Some people are successful overnight, yeah, due to the way things run now, but actual success takes time, effort, and a lot of work.
Sure, sure.
So
I mean,
that's my biggest.
I like that response. Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb, he had 1,000 failed attempts. It was at the 1,001 attempt that he got it. So you think about the grind. You have to continue to put in the grind, keep working.
Yep.
But a lot of times people see the success and don't know what I mean the work that you've put
What
in.
happens in the background?
Yeah,
Yep.
to get to that place. But anyway, that will take us to we're now concluding. I think I have 3 or 4 more questions, and then we'll be out of here. I want to talk about mindset, that is legacy and the future of Apex Strands. So your tagline says, naturally you, beautifully nourished.
Mhm.
How do you hope your customers feel when they use Apex Strands?
I hope that they feel nourished, they feel confident, they feel beautiful. And I hope that our products just provide a wholesome care for their hair and their bodies. And that's it. Just make knowing that you've purchased something that's worth your money and don't feel like it's trash. I know when I started, eh, my thing is if you start a business, you should be able to grow, you should be able to evolve. All of my products that I started with, I still do have my original ones, but I've grown. I've changed things around. If people tell me, "Oh, I don't like the way this smells," I try to improve it so it smells better. If it is crazy that every customer wants something different. What one customer doesn't want is exactly what the other customer wants. So I'm like in the middle of everything, but my goal is that when anybody purchases anything that I make, I hope that it makes them feel like they've bought something that's worth their money. That's simple and bottom line.
I'm glad that you put in people first, you know what I mean, and quality into what you do. So we have a couple more questions. Fast forward 5 years. Let's say fast forward 5 years. What's your dream for Apex Strengths? I have a bonus question for that. What legacy do you want to leave for Liberia and beyond?
So my dreams is to reach for the skies. And if I don't get there, I can fall in as many stores as I can. And I'm working on them. So hopefully I'm in one of a store near you. But my dream is that we expand. But with expansion, you comes a lot of other things. So people lose their authenticity. So I'm hoping that we keep that as our number one goal. Do not lose our products in the midst of growing and becoming bigger than what we are. But 5 years from now, I'm hoping that we grow, and as we grow, I'm able to give back much more to Liberia. Um, my goal and my passion will always be Liberia. You just quoted something about money. You know all the quotes. I don't, but it has something to do with being rich or whatever. My thing is if I have enough, I should have enough to share. And I know there are a lot of people back home who would benefit from it. So my legacy would be to expand the brand to Liberia too, where people can walk into stores and purchase our brand and give back. Give back as much as we can or we're able to. And not only money, but our time, our being physically there to give back. So that's my goal, and I'm working on it.
So just before we get to our final question, I know you how we kind of we busted up a little bit, meaning that we kind of talked behind the scenes today, and you talked about I guess you're going to do a pop up or whatever somewhere. Can you just talk to us about it and where this going to be at, and
Okay.
what time and things of that nature?
So I am planning a series of summer pop-ups, but the first one is going to be in PA, in Aston. I am still working out the details for location, but I know it's going to be in Aston. So our goal is to just create awareness and have people come purchase our products, have fun, very chill, laid back. We'll have some snacks, and whoever is able to come, I hope people come and support us and just see what we do, talk to us, learn more about what we do, what our passion is, actually see the products, feel the products, and you know what I mean? And just come have fun with us and support my local small business. That would mean a lot to me. But it's going to be next week, Saturday, May 3rd in Aston, PA. I will have all the details. And we also have our website. It's apexstrandsllc.com. You can go there and purchase products if you're not able to make it to the pop-up. We're going to have one in Delaware. We're going to have one in Virginia. We're going to have one in Maryland. So we're going to move around a little bit this summer just so that people are able to come out and support. And I hope people do come out and support.
And finally, for the young Liberian girl watching this tonight, what's one piece of wisdom you'd shared to encourage her to believe in her own magic?
I would say just be you. Be you. Be true to yourself. Do not do it for the gram because it gets tiring. Because the gram is just a gram. In the background, you're by yourself. It is you doing what you have to do for yourself. So I say be true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. That's who I am. I don't do anything for instant gratification or for anybody to be like, oh, I like her because she did this or that. No, I am always true to myself. So I think that carries a lot. Be nice, be sincere, and just go for your dreams. If that's what you want to do, whatever it is that you want to do, put your heart into it and do it. When I started Apex Strands, I swear it started with 4 products. And I used to, at work, I would have it in my bag and I would sell it around. And that's how I started. I was like, okay, let me create a website. I created a website. And I am proud to say that there are a lot of people, Africans, Americans, white, they do use our products and they give us good feedback. Some feedback that aren't, it's not like it's bad feedback, but it's feedback to improve. So I said, be yourself, be authentic, and people will gravitate to you. And hopefully you stay the course and do what you have to do to succeed. But be yourself. Leave the gram.
Awesome. Tonight's show title, Rooted in Beauty, the Apex Strand story, empowering Liberian women, one strand at a time. It's great to have you on the show tonight. I want to take this opportunity to just maybe 1 minute, if any of our viewers, who's watching wants to participate, maybe may have a question. I know that was something we talked about. You said, no, I won't answer no question. Well, hopefully you can answer. I think you exactly on the right contour. I won't use the word trajectory. I like how you answered the question, and so you're ready. Your visions are pretty clear. You know exactly where you're going. There will be obstacles along the way, but we will now open the lines for any of our viewers who will like to call in and ask any question. You do have the CEO, the boss of Apex Strands.
I told you not to use that word.
Okay, we have the visionary and the CEO of Apex Strands, right? All right. So we just give 30 seconds if no one if no one calls in, and we are going to close the show. But I'm a quote guy, so I like to me close the show with a quote here just before I go to a closing remark. But before I do that, I want you to kind of give us your closing remark here. What word do you have for our audience, our listening audience tonight? Before that, Benjamin Elijah May, speaking to a group of college students, once said, he said, the greatest tragedy in life is not reaching your goals, but having no goals to reach for. He said that the greatest calamity in life is not that you did not have a start, but you did not have a start. But I see here you do have your starts, and so we want to encourage you to keep up the good work. I think you're doing extremely well, and keep up the great work. But I'd like for you now to give us your closing remark.
Oh, I just want to say thanks to all those who have supported me, my friends, my families, people who don't know me. Thank you for trusting us with your hair and body products. It's been a journey. It's been a year, but I've learned a lot. And I've learned that the people who want to support you will support you regardless of anything. And I'm grateful to those people. I'm grateful to people that will travel to Liberia and are willing to bring things for me. Shout out to Troken Smith. He was the first person to suffer on a very big suitcase, bringing my products, and he made sure that I got them. And that was the start. So I would say whatever that is on your heart, whatever you want to do, just start it. I've used all my money on it, but I don't care. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. 9 to 5 is becoming tiring. So maybe one day that would be my 9 to 5 or my 10 to 10. I don't care. But as long as I'm having fun with it, I would say get started, have fun, and do your thing.
Yeah, but just before I close, I was looking here in the live feed, someone asking the question, are you selling share in this business?
That question sounds like it's from Deca. He wants to steal my business. So tell him no, I am not.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Nyankah. Thank you for sharing your light, passion, and purpose. Apex Strands is more than a business. It's a love letter to Liberian women and a call to action for the next generation of entrepreneurs. To our audience at home and abroad, remember your roots are powerful and your beauty is revolutionary. Until next time, stay rooted, stay inspired. This is the We To Our Liberians Movement platform, the platform that speaks to and for the masses. We say we're not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers. Rather, we're in the business of changing and revolutionizing the thought process for our people, not only in Liberia, but even around the world. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you for viewing. Have a good night, and I look forward to another episode of this. I'm pretty sure we'll have another opportunity to have you come back on the show. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all. And thanks for the support.
Thank you very much. And you have a great night.
You too.
Let me wrap up the show here. Exit. Have a good night. It was a great show.
Simple life. It's all we want to live. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love, and give me shelter.